Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So today we'll be making which is like a hot item amongst all kids and adults. It's chips. Chips in any form just goes down the throat very fast, so you can enjoy it just for your chota chota bhook is what we call it, or you can just enjoy it during monsoons, just munch on it. And we'll be making it very simple so that you can quickly make it at home whenever you feel like. So let's look at what we'll be making today. So we'll be making some banana chips, some sweet potato chips and some potato chips. So here we have raw bananas, then we have some potatoes here, and we have some sweet potato here. So we have peeled everything, and now here I have some salt, which is about 1 tablespoon of salt. So to this we'll add about 1 bowl of water. So this is what we need. And of course a slicer. The slicer has to be very thin. So if you look at this one, it is extremely thin. If you get thinner more thinner than this, it will be much better. So this is what I could find. So this is the slicer that I have, and that's it. We just need this and oil for frying. So let's start with banana chips first. So what we'll do is first we'll mix up the salt and water. What we had just added about 1 tablespoon of salt. To that we have added about 1 bowl of water. You can also use pink salt if you want, but your banana chips or your wafers may turn out a little brown because of the color. But nothing to worry, you can just continue with that. And let's start. Let's start with banana chips. So I have my grater here, I have my slicer here. To this I'll take the raw banana and go slicing it. So we have sliced all our bananas. This is how they look. Now the next step, take some banana chips or the sliced bananas, sprinkle over a dry cloth. Make sure they are spread properly. They are not stuck to each other. Otherwise, the moisture in the banana chips will make the chips very they will not be crisp. So we have to make sure that they are not stuck to each other. So that's the way to do it. So we have put it on a dry cloth and we have spread it, and nothing is sticking to each other. So that's very important. Now what we'll do is we'll take another cloth and we'll put it over this and just tap so that all the moisture gets absorbed and we are not left with any moisture in the chip, the sliced bananas. This is a very important step for you to get crispy banana chips or any chips for that matter, so that all the moisture is absorbed. So after all this is how they look. Now what we'll do is we'll just turn it a bit. And go tap. I have put a kadai on the gas already for with the oil in it. So let's start the frying process now. This is done. This is how they look without any moisture. If you still feel that there is moisture, just rub it lightly like this and make sure there is no wetness in this. So this is done. Let's see what is the next step. So we have a kadai which is on the gas already. We'll check if it's hot enough. To check if the oil is ready, it should come up basically. So now we know that the oil is hot enough. You know, we should not put it together. We'll go one by one. So we have put the chips inside, the sliced bananas inside basically, and we'll wait till it is half done basically. And you can see it's turning its color. With this, we'll reduce the flame. And you remember we had done a salt and water mixture. We'll spread it over the banana chips, about 2 spoons or something. This will make the banana chips or any chips salty, how you get it in the market. And instead of adding salt on the top, you can just have them like this once they are done. So now we'll increase the flame after this step is done, and we'll wait for them to turn crispy. So you can see now it's turning crispier. We'll just make sure that they are not soft at all. So till the time you see them turning crispier in the oil, till that time we'll cook it. So this is how they look, crispier. At this juncture, keep stirring it for a minute so that they are not stuck to each other. And take a plate or anything that you want to remove these chips in. Put paper roll or something. Please avoid using newspapers because they have carbon in it, and it's not good for health. So we will just remove them on a paper roll, kitchen roll. You can already hear the crispy sound that is coming while I'm removing them. So these look good, and I'll start the second batch and then show you how to make the sweet potato chips. So till my second batch is getting ready, let's look at how to make the sweet potato chips. So this is a sweet potato that I've peeled. Now same way, we grate it. So I have grated the sweet potatoes. We'll transfer them in a bowl of water, and we'll wash them till all the white, you can see the water being little, whitish, not transparent how the water looks. You have to wash it till the water becomes transparent. So now you can see that the water looks clear on the sweet potatoes. Now the same way we'll spread it on a dry towel or anything that you want to dry it on. So we have spread it. Now the same way, tap tap tap, remove all the moisture. You can also keep it under the fan for drying, but make sure they don't turn black. This looks done. Same way, turn it. And this is done. Now we put in the kadai. Here it goes. Make sure the kadai is hot enough. it about a tablespoon of water. This is turning crispier now, you can see. So we'll fry it till they turn little orangish or brownish, what you want to call it, and then we'll remove it from the flame. In the meanwhile, I've started to slice my potatoes, and we will use the same technique as we use for the sweet potatoes. We will wash it till the water is transparent. And for the potato chips also, we'll follow the same technique, and we'll fry the chips. I'll show you the final product after all is fried. So our 3 variants are done. They are crispy and extremely tasty. The process is same, just that 2 of them need to be washed properly. So let me break each one and show you how crispy they are. So this is the potato chips, the sweet potato chips, and the banana chips. So thank you friends for watching, and showing a lot of love for healthy stuff and stuff that you can make at home easily. I'm really glad that I've been receiving a lot of positive comments. So keep pouring in your love by liking my recipes, liking my page, subscribing to my channel, and also pressing the bell icon. Thank you so much for your time.